Today in our Odyssey Wear program, we are looking at ELA, which is English Language Arts. And we are going to be looking at our lesson for spelling complex contractions. Contractions are an important part of everyday language. They make speaking and writing easier. In this lesson, you will learn some common types of contractions and how to spell them. We are going to be looking at our vocabulary words. The first word is contraction. Contraction is a word created by combining two words and using an apostrophe to replace the left out letters or sounds. The next two vocabulary words are formal and informal language. Formal language is a form of language for a serious audience or an audience that we do not know well. It does not include the use of slang or contractions. While on the other hand, we have an informal language. Informal language is a form of language for an audience that you do know well. It includes the use of slang, most often found in the way that we talk. A contraction is something that we use all the time. Most of the time, we probably don't even realize it. See what I did there? I used don't. A contraction shortens two words into one and uses an apostrophe for the letters that you leave out. Your is a very common example. Formal language, notice the tuxedo, is a serious language. We use it in professional communications such as business and documents, academic papers, and official publications and websites. Moving from formal to informal, notice the tuxedo to the nice jean shorts. Informal language is the casual language of everyday speech, like text messages, saying, "Hey, what's up? Want to play? Let's go out." Question 1. When you talk with your friends, you usually use blank language, informal or formal. All right, going specifically into contractions. A contraction is simply a shortcut that we take when speaking and writing. The word contract means to squeeze together, and that is all a contraction is. It's two words squeezed together to make one word. Notice this doctor here, he squeezed the two words together and he put them together instead of with an apostrophe, he used a Band-Aid. In your lesson, there is a nice table that has all of the contractions and the separate words that it makes. If you recall, in our classroom, we have these lists on our wall that I tell you to refer to all the time. On Odyssey Wear, you have a game where you're going to click a mold that is holding the correct contraction in the sign with the separate words. Why do we use contractions? Contractions allow us to say more with fewer words and improve the flow of spoken language. Contractions are a common part of informal language. Informal language includes the use of contractions, slang, maintains a casual tone, and doesn't always follow standard grammar and punctuation rules. Informal language is common on personal blogs, text messages, email, and social media. Because of this, contractions can make your writing seem more friendly and accessible. In contrast, contractions are usually avoided in situations where formal language is required. Formal language is more serious tone. It is used for professional communications, such as business documents, academic papers, and official publications and websites. Formal language makes your writing sound more professional. Question 2. Contractions are usually not used in formal or informal language. Punctuating and spelling contractions. When we make a contraction, The letters that are squeezed out are replaced with an apostrophe. For example, do not becomes don't. You will watch a video to learn more about how contractions are spelled. Apostrophe. Question 3. Which punctuation mark is used in place of an omitted letter in a contraction? Apostrophe, comma, quotation marks. Question 4. If you were giving a formal speech, you would probably use blank. Won't or will not. Question 5. If you were talking with your friends, you would probably use don't or do not. Question 6. When forming a contraction, an apostrophe is used to replace the first syllable, omitted letters, last vowel. Question 7. Everyday speech is casual and usually uses formal or informal language. Question 8. Which of the following applies to informal language? Serious in tone, avoids slang, uses contractions. And question 9, if you wanted to sound like an expert on a topic, you would probably use formal or informal language. Boys and girls, you can rewind this video and watch it as many times as you need to help you do your lesson check questions. I hope that it's been helpful, and do your very best.